Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory, attempt number 2. I'm sorry, but I was about to melt with the heater before, and this microphone drives me crazy. It's a very good microphone, but it has these off days where it muffles so much. Please do let me know if it makes weird sounds. If it does, I'm not sure what I can do, but I'll try my best. Hopefully it won't make problems. Right, Porto 1, Roma 1. Draw in the first leg of the Europa League playoff. A good result, a result which before the game I would have signed for, a result which allows us to, get in control of the second leg, a result which allows us to use the home factor to try and, get the players going. Whoever will step up on that pitch on Thursday will eat Porto alive. We just need two things. We need confidence, we need willingness, and we need a good referee. If we have these three things on Thursday, not only will we win against Porto, but we will eat Porto alive. We will massacre them with our hands. We will squish them apart. We will squeeze all of, I don't know what, but we will massacre them. If the circumstances and if the conditions, if UEFA allows us to have a fair game and potentially a fair referee, that's all we're asking for. We will get to the round of 16. And as much as we could have won yesterday's game, and I am disappointed a bit because it's a wasted chance because Porto aren't a good side and we gifted them a draw, I want to centre this little match reaction on Ranieri's rage. I want to centre this match reaction on UEFA Mafia. I want to centre this match reaction on a rant. And this is a rant which, unfortunately, if you have been a Roma fan for quite a long while, it's a rant that we normally have every season. Because every season in Europe, we get injustices over injustices. And it feels like this system, it feels like this institution, it feels like this criminal institution of UEFA wants to drag us down, wants this ship to sink, and wants to downfall Roma to kind of kill them. And it's unacceptable. And as fans, we cannot tolerate this because once again, we are being defended by one person, Claudio Ranieri. Claudio Ranieri yesterday in front of the microphones raged. If you ever thought that the word Claudio Ranieri and the word rage would have ever fit in a sentence, if you ever thought your eyes, yes, your pupils, would have seen in your lifetime Claudio Ranieri protest against the referee institutions, then it's something that I always thought belonged to fiction movies and fiction books. It's the truth. Claudio Ranieri stepping up, clashing against Rossetti, who is the UEFA designator of referees. And once again, I was saying this before the stream interrupted. I was watching that screen yesterday after the game, and I was listening to Ranieri raging. And in that screen, I did not see Ranieri. I saw Jose Mourinho. In that screen, on my television monitor, I saw Jose Mourinho protesting after the Budapest final all over again. And why is this worrying? This is worrying because it's been 2 years now that we've lost that final and the situation hasn't changed by a single bit. We have got a board which doesn't speak. We have got presidents who aren't even in Rome. We have got a board, an incompetent board, which won't even release a statement after yesterday's game to protect this football club, to protect the interests of these fans, to protect this 73-year-old manager who has come out of retirement for the good of this football club and who has placed his balls in his face in front of the television yesterday and in front of those microphones attacking UEFA once again. All of this because UEFA and the Fredkins have signed a little agreement. All of this because that idiot of Ceferin is a good old friend of that idiot of Dan Fredkin. All of this because Dan Fredkin and Ryan Fredkin are confirming to this criminal system, signing financial fair play and acting like the puppy of Alexander Ceferin. I am 19 years old. I haven't witnessed the many crimes that older Roma fans have witnessed in their lifetime. But in 19 years of my life, at least every single season, I have the impression that this football system, these football institutions want to drag us down. We've been robbed in 2018 of the Champions League final. We've been robbed in 23 of a trophy, of lifting a trophy in the air. We've been robbed in 2019, again, against Porto, an access to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. It happens every single season. And I am tired of this chaos, of this incoherence, of referees not following a universal rule book, because every single referee nowadays rules whatever they want, however they want. Nobody follows a measure, a universal measure. I'm not here trying to protect Atalanta, but how on earth can you possibly give that penalty against Atalanta? These referees are not controlled. These referees want to be the protagonists of football. Get the power off these referees. Because these referees are damaging this game. They are ruining this sport. And if it's not clearer than this, it can't get clearer than this. Okay? I'm here to react to his rage. I'm here to react to Ranieri's rant. I am here to also speak about Mancini's gesture, which in my opinion was a very powerful gesture, you know. And this is why Mancini, I agree, is not is nothing more than a phenomenal football player. But Mancini puts his heart, and I think in yesterday's game, Mancini did something which, it's a very strong image. It's a very powerful image. You've definitely seen it on social media this morning or this afternoon. After the referee booked Kone yesterday, in an inexistent foul, let alone a yellow card, because that yellow card on Kone is one of the many injustices that we received yesterday, because that is never a foul and that is never a yellow card. And how does that influence the game? Because you were forced to sub Kone off, because otherwise the referee would have given him a red card. And how does this influence in the long term? Is that if Kone gets a yellow card against Porto on Thursday, he's out for the round of 16 if we qualify for it. These are things which influence our football club. These are things which influence our path to reaching and dreaming of lifting a trophy. And this is why yesterday's refereeing is abysmal, it's embarrassing, and it's a scandal. Mancini's gesture yesterday, after that foul, was he went to the referee, and there's an image of this, and he showed him the Roma badge and went, bring some respect. Respect. Okay? Respect this. And in that image, I relived all of the injustices that we are basically committed against every single season. And I'm sorry, I feel like we've reached the stage where you can't do anything. You just cannot do more than this. They want to drag us down. Like it's very clear. It's very, very clear that they don't like us. It's very, very clear that they don't like Roma, and the Roma scares them, and we should be very proud of this. Because I think if there's one thing that this image of Mancini going to the referee showing respect this thing, you must respect this thing, is that we will never be gifted anything. We will never be brought anywhere. We, if we want to achieve, if we want to succeed, if we want to lift trophies in Europe, it's very clear that we will not get any help. It's very clear that we will not get gifted anything. So put this in your minds, put this in your heads, younger generations. All we can do is focus on ourselves and how we can go against these crimes, I would call them. because nobody will ever help us. If there's one motto which describes being a Roma fan, is that, you know, the life of a Roma fan, the life of Roma, the life of Roma players, Roma managers, is against everything and anyone. Everything against everyone. Because the reality is that nobody will ever help us. Nobody will ever, you know, give us a push upwards. And that all we do is because of ourselves. All we do is a fruit of how we perform, how the fans step up, how the players step up, and how the manager steps up. And I'm not even going to say how the board steps up, because this board is the puppy of Alexander Cheferin. So, you know, hoping that this board will go against this system is one of the most unrealistic things that we can imagine, because they simply won't. And when Mourinho unmasked these clowns, when Mourinho after that Budapest finals criticized this board, saying that in order to go forward, they have to speak. In order to go forward, they can't leave managers stranded against this wave of corruption by themselves. Mourinho warned you. Mourinho advised you. Mourinho had unmasked you. You decided to sack him, and the post-Budapest, what I consider as the post-Budapest, is Mourinho's words after that lost final are still present today. A board which doesn't speak, a board which doesn't defend the manager, a board which doesn't support the manager, a board which won't go against an organization which they have signed petitions and they've conformed with. And unfortunately, until somebody up there who has a lot of power at this football club will have the balls to go against this system, we will be victims of it. And I genuinely don't think it takes a visible genius to understand that they don't like us. That they don't like us, and that they want to drag us down. And I want to go back to yesterday's game, because a lot of people, when I criticize the referee yesterday, might go, well, what are you criticizing about the referee? I'm not criticizing the red card. You know, the red card is, according to the measure of the referee, it's a red card. And it's Cristante's fault. Because 70 minutes into the game, especially an experienced player like Cristante, who's played finals with us, needs to understand that in a measure of a game where the referee has decided that he will book everyone in your team for the minimal fouls, we're never going to get away from it. In a game where the referee steps up in it and goes, I'm going to book all of your players because I don't like you. I'm not going to book any of their players. I'm only going to book Roma players. And I'm not even going to give Roma players warnings. I'm going to book them like this. I went to the bathroom yesterday during half-time, and I saw that referee booking myself. He booked about 22 players consisting of the Roma squad in yesterday's game. And people ask how that's normal. There's no balance. There's no balance. So I don't criticize. You know, that goal is our fault. The fact that we equalized that game yesterday is our fault. And this is what I was saying in the stream before we cut out. The referee didn't directly influence yesterday's game, because he didn't miss out a clear penalty like in the Atalanta game. No. So I'm not criticizing directly. He didn't miss an incredible call. It's the approach of the referees. It's the approach of the referees which want to become protagonists of a football game, where they should not be the protagonists of a football game. Because if a referee steps up in a game, like yesterday's game, and decides to book everyone, then that measure should also be available for Porto players, not for only our players. And having such an open measure, I'm a book him, booking players, Kone, like the perfect scenario which showed you how corrupt yesterday's game is that Kone slide tackled, got the ball and got a yellow card, and the Porto player who literally tackled Dybala's knee like this got a yellow card. How is that equal? How is that fair treatment? How is that fair treatment? Unfortunately, football is ruining itself. Unfortunately, football is ruining itself because referees want to become the heroes of football games. Referees don't count shit. Referees, we live in a period of this game where more often we are seeing referees wanting to be the game changers when it's the players who should be the game changers. So, yesterday's game and how the referee indirectly influenced yesterday's game. Because you're asking, how did he indirectly influence the game? By booking everyone in our squad, half the players of our squad, if they get a yellow card on Thursday in the second leg, and if we do qualify for the round of 16, we'll miss the first leg of the round of 16. These are details which change a season. And look, Ranieri being so mad shows to you that something ain't right. Because that man never gets mad. You know, had it been Mourinho, we would have been like, well, it's classic Jose. Jose always complains against the referees. Jose always does this. Jose always does this to put pressure on the referees. So if yesterday's post-match words were being said by Mourinho, nobody would have said anything. Because that's Mourinho, that's Mourinho's ego, that's Mourinho's box office, that's who Mourinho is. But seeing Claudio Ranieri publicly attack the UEFA referee designator, who is the same designator who decided for that Anthony Taylor refereeing in the final of the Europa League in 2023, shows you that you've done something wrong. Claudio Ranieri, after the final whistle, going into the game, shouting to his players, don't give the referee a hand, don't shake his hand because he doesn't deserve our hand, shows to you that something ain't right. Because that man never does this. Because that man is probably one of the last elements of sportsmanship which are left in this game. And you know that if he behaves like this, and if he attacks you like this, it means that you've done something wrong. It means that you've not been fair. You've not been balanced. Okay? So, which is why I say we are going to go through on Thursday because we're better than them. But my only fear is this. Nowadays, look, and you see why football has been ruined? Football has been ruined for exactly this reason. Because as a football fan, I am going into a football game where I'm not relaxed. Because I don't know who the referee will be. We live in an era of this game where football fans go into a game where referee anxiety prevails over football anxiety. Where the fear of having and facing a weak referee who will go against you prevails over the fear and emotions of playing a team which is better than you. Is that football? Is that really where we want to bring this game at? Referees being at the center of the attention, at the center of the fans' worries? Because if that's the case, then this game is dying. In fact, if that's the case, this game is dead, not dying. It's officially dead. We're going to go through. I'm convinced we're going to go through. I'm more convinced than anywhere, than any time. But I'm scared. And the fear that I have is not because of Porto, because Porto is a bang average side. I mean, considering yesterday's game, I would have put Porto and Sparta Braga along the same level. But because I am scared that the referee will influence it. I'm scared that they want to sink this ship and that they want to drag us down. And that's my fear. And you should be scared about this. You should be scared about this. Because this system doesn't like us. Because these institutions don't like us. They don't. They really don't. And my only fear on Thursday's game is who the referee will be. It really is only that. If I have the certainty on Thursday that I will have a good referee, we will eat Porto alive. You've got no idea. You've got no idea. In Italian we say, gli apriamo il buscio del culo. Gli apriamo il buscio del culo. If I have got the confirmation that on Thursday, a quality referee will step up to referee your game, we're going to win 3-0. We're going to win 3-0. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. We're going to win 3-0. But I don't have that certainty. And I haven't had that certainty in even bigger games than Thursday's one. That certainty, that uncertainty, has denied me of finals and trophies. And I am worried about it. Okay? But moving into the game, Dybala's injury is not as bad. He will miss Sunday's game against Parma and hopefully be back on Thursday. Paredes rested. Hummels rested. Salamakers will be disqualified. Kone will have to be careful because he can play on Thursday, but if he gets a yellow card and we do qualify, then he will miss the round of 16, the first leg of the round of 16, which again, if we do qualify, as I repeat, is against either Lazio or Athletic Bilbao. Focus on Sunday. Focus on Parma, and then starting from Monday, it will be a week of hell. UEFA, Porto, because Porto provoked yesterday. You've decided to fall in the trap. A trap that you did not want to fall in. A trap which will massacre you. A trap which will send you home. And a clear message to the UEFA institutions: keep going against us. Keep dragging us down. You will be unmasked. One day, whoever sits behind that throne inside the UEFA headquarters will be unmasked. One day, everything will be unmasked. And don't you worry. It will. It will. It surely will. And on Thursday, we will unmask you. We will unmask you. 70,000 fans in a ground. In a knockout Stadio Olimpico. In a knockout game Stadio Olimpico. In a European night Stadio Olimpico. You've fallen in this trap. I've warned you, and I will continue to warn you. It wasn't a bad result at all. Pre-game, I would have signed for a draw, but seen the quality of Porto and seen the quality of the chances that we had, we could have easily won. And had we won yesterday, it would have been done. It's not officially done. This. On Thursday, you need to use this. And most importantly, you need to use this. Because this is the most important thing in the world. And they will want to drag you down. They will want to bring you down. They will want to sink this ship. It's us against the world. It's us against everything and everyone. And the only thing that matters is us. And this. This is the only thing that matters. I'm gonna catch you here. I'm gonna end it here, I should say. Hopefully the mic didn't have problems. I wish you and your lovely girlfriends or your lovely boyfriends, let's not get into politically correct themes. I wish you and your wonderful wives, girlfriends, husbands, boyfriends, a wonderful St. Valentine's. Enjoy it. Tutti a vedere Sanremo. I will catch you tomorrow with the Parma match preview. Important game. Don't underestimate it. I expect changes, of course. And then on Thursday, we'll massacre them. We will massacre them. We will massacre them. C'è il rischio che la sacrosanta sfuriata del mister abbia inimicato gli arbitri ancora di più. Non si sa mai con questi. Non si sa mai. Non lo potremo mai sapere. Roma is my Valentine indeed. Yes, it is. This Valentine's, 14th of February 2025, Roma is my Valentine's. I mean, Roma will forever be my Valentine's. But this one, I'll have an empty Valentine's for this one. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. Like this video. It's us against the world. Like this fucking video. It's us against the world. Like it. Like it right now. Or you were a part of the UEFA institutions. Us against the world. Show this love, show this affection, show this passion. Bye-bye. See you all soon. See you out.